John, we'll let you get one. Oh, let me get a couple more and then we'll come to you, okay? Yes, sir?
Yes, I wanted to ask you 2 quick yes or no questions.
Sure.
1, do you think so-called climate change is man-made? And number 2, do you think we should do anything about it?
Well,
Yes or no?
yeah.
There's the answer.
No, no, I don't think climate change is man-made, okay? And why should you do something about what is natural in our environment? CO2 is a natural. You know, I can tell you one of the things that we did back in the 90s, and I will give Joe Nolenberg all the credit in the world, he stood firmly against the Clinton administration and Al Gore when they wanted to implement the Kyoto Treaty. And Al Gore was going to do that, and Nolenberg said no, and we were able to put the coalition together to stop it. And I can't tell you how much that benefited this nation by not having Al Gore impose his will on us back in 1997, which he was really eager to do. But here again, it's make the rich richer. Have you noticed who prospers from things like cap and trade? It's guys like Al Gore, okay? It's all, the fix is in. And until we call them on it, it's going to continue that way. So, anything else? Yes.
A little bit off of the topic that we've been on, but what do you feel about term limits? Is that going to get us some citizen lawmakers that are answerable to people, or is it just going to be
the question is about
amateur hour?
Questions about term limits. You know, my view is it's sort of a mixed bag. First of all, there are term limits every 2 years. If people want to be engaged in the process, I mean, I'd like to limit Gary Peters' term to 1, okay? So, and we have the power to do that already, you see, and so I'm a believer in that. At the same time, I look at guys like John Dingell, who was elected in 1955. Some of you around here in the room were around then, not too many of us, but some were. I think you got to have some new blood. Now, at the federal level, term limits were deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. So you would have to amend the Constitution for mandatory term limits. What I'm not going to do is to stand up here and tell you, yes, I'm going to limit myself to 3 terms or 4 terms or whatever. I'm going for 1 term. Now, whether or not you want to send me back for a 2nd term is going to be up to you. It's going to be up to my wife, really, if she'll let me do it again. And if we feel, you know, and here's the other thing that everybody should know before we let you go. This is the last year where these districts will exist. There's something called reapportionment coming up after the 2010 census, where the lines will be redrawn. Michigan is going to lose at least 1 member of Congress in our delegation, lowering our voice there. And the truth is the new kid on the block, I mean, may be the guy that goes. And you know, some of my political buddies say, why would you run? I mean, you know, he could be drawn out of a seat. So, why would I run? I'm going right now. The battle is there. I'm here at the bugler's call. This is the time. If we don't have a district in 2012, so be it. As long as we did the job that we were sent there to do. So that's my take.
One more question.
One more question. We'll let everybody go home. I know John's got something.
Why doesn't Congress pass a law that if it's good for the people of the United States, why isn't it good enough for the Congress of the United States?
Absolutely.
And why do the congressmen, after 2 years, or a senator after 1 term, gets his full pay for retirement?
Yeah.
Well, that should be changed.
Well, that's in Lansing. They have lifetime benefits. In Washington, lifetime health care. I mean, they have term limits. You're there 6 years, you get a lifetime health care benefits for your family. I mean, look, people have figured this thing out. And you know, the best
these are federal guys. They're getting enough money, and they pass laws that's not good enough for them. Who are they?
You know what? Every law that they pass should be equally applied to every member of Congress and their staff as well. So you can't carve out an exemption for your staff and impose this on everybody else. There is a bill like that in Congress today.
The president said, oh, I'm not worried about health care. I got the best health care in the world.
Right.
But not for us.
Exactly. You take what we give you.
That's right. I don't want it.
You and I are in complete agreement. I'm going to co-sponsor that bill as soon as I get there as well, because that legislation exists. It's collecting dust somewhere outside of Nancy Pelosi's office right now. Any other questions? If not, John, let me turn it over to you. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Just a brief announcement. I am sort of the godfather of what I call MISE, mobile yard signs. You're looking at one in my right hand. We no longer use the B word, bumper. That's anathema. It is now window sticker. You place this in the inside rear driver's side window. And every Democrat who voted for Mr. Peters, hi there, Gary, who voted for Mr. Peters will see well day for Congress as they're waiting at the traffic light with your car in front of them. And so we now have mobile yard signs. If you can't afford to make a sizable donation to the campaign, I will tell you we can buy 1,000 of these for the price of 100 yard signs. So, and there's no ordinance that says you can't put this in your window tonight with your car in the parking lot. And we have young people and one old guy.
Operators are standing
And one old guy standing back there with Scotch tape. We will put them in your rear window tonight.
Well, I want to thank John, thank you.
Or you can do